Yo, yo, yo. This is the setup, the live setup I used at Uncloud Festival in Utrecht. Know what I mean? So I'm going to go over this a little bit today. I'm really wanting to break this patch down, like pull it apart. It's been patched up for like 2 months, maybe a little more now. So I'm definitely ready to get this thing unpatched and put it back with my big rig and start something new. But yeah, let's get into this. So what we got going on here, of course, MPC is the brain. It's sending out all of my my MIDI information into the mutant brain. And then I have 4 channels of CV and gates coming out of the mutant brain controlling different things here. Now I actually have 5 voices in here. I have bell, pluck, plats, rings, and STO. And then I'm using the Switchblade to switch between what what voice is playing, pretty much. So yeah, what else do I have in here? I have, let's go from start to finish. I have the I have Mutant Brain, STO, Bell, Stereo Dipole, Erica Sense, Black Hole DSP, Endorphins Grand Terminal, Endorphins Cockpit, and then I have the Switchblade in there. I have Pam's New Workout, Scales, Plats, Rings, Tides, Quad VC8, Zadar. And then in this small 48 pod here, I have my Magneto and my voltage block. Yeah, so for instance, rings, I'm playing rings with 2 things. I'm either playing rings with a MIDI sequence from the MPC Live, or I'm playing it from Scales here. So the way I'm doing that is out of, I think, let's say rings was channel 1 on Mutant Brain, right? Or channel CVA and gate 1. So CVA is coming out and going into channel 1 of, actually that's channel 3 of the Switchblade. And also I got CV coming from Scales, also running into the input 2 on channel 3. And then I'm using that to say, okay, this is Scales. When it's green, that means Scales is sending CV. When it's red, that means the MPC is sending CV. And I got the same thing going on for the gate. Gate 1 on the Mutant Brain going into channel 2 input 1 on the Switchblade. And then I have the gate coming out of Scales running into input 2 on channel 2 on the Switchblade. And then by pressing this, once again, it's saying, okay, green means Scales. This is how I have it set up. And red means I'm getting from the MPC. On this last channel down here on Switchblade, I'm just switching between which voice is being played. For it's either bell or pluck. So this red is bell, green is pluck. And also I have the second sequence that I have shifted around out of Scales running pluck also. So now as far as the voltage block, this is kind of, I'm just using it as a save state. All right, so if you see these lights here, try to get a little closer. All right, just have a look at the lights. So when I hit recall 1, recall 2, 3, see, all those voltages are just changing over all of these channels. And that's all I'm saving and recalling is these voltages. Now, I have, it's affecting, all right, so channel 1 is Zadar assignable A, which is controlling the envelope length on Zadar. I have Bell model, Plats morph, Bell damp, rings position. And those are the 6 things being controlled by voltage block. So if I'm going to play this and give you a transition and show you what I mean. Alright, so the beat is about to switch, and when it does, I'm just gonna hit 4. So that's literally what I'm doing. I'm looking at the time when it's about to switch to the next sequence on the MPC, and then I'm just hitting the exact same number. So this is sequence 5. I just hit recall 5. Now, there's some other things that I could have done, and for instance, let me get this a little closer again. If I would have just put the voltages across these, I wouldn't have had to hit recall. But I wanted a fail-safe way to know that I was recalling the exact one that I wanted, and that I hadn't changed any buttons around or anything. So for instance, if I had hit 1 and edited all of these, right, and then hit 2, edited all of these, and then I saved that, right? But after I saved that, I came back and went to 3 and edited 3 in a way that I didn't want to. It would just become confusing of, okay, shoot, did I mess up this one? But these two are still good, but they're all on the same save state. So what I did is just, I broke them out. I put them all on step 1, and then recall 1, step 1, recall 2, step 1, recall 3, step 1. So there's no clock being run into this thing right now. I'm just using step 1 to make sure all my states are there. And I'm just switching all of this stuff up here so that everything doesn't sound the same when I switch the beats. And that's pretty much the whole thing with voltage block in this set. Like, I just wanted it to make it really easy to, like, least points of failure. And I could perform a little bit with the magneto, use all of my filters. I got 4 filters in there. The effects section, I got the effects on the endorphins. I didn't really touch Black Hole DSP too much. I just left it there, kind of like it just sounded good. I have it on this shimmer effect. And then also, I'm either controlling both inputs on the stereo dipole with the stereo, or I can control them individuals with each side. So that's really how I'm going at it. And then how I'm running scales. Like I was going to say, if you watch my videos, you know how I'm running it already. I got a stepped Euclidean sequence coming out of Pam's new workout, going into channel 1, or one of the channels, or actually it's going into channel 3 on the quad VCA, and then I have a LFO coming out of Pam also running into channel 4. I'm then mixing those two together, and that's what's driving the melody here on scales. And then I have the scale set here, and that's coming out for channel A. And then for channel B, I have it shifted to another a different scale, so I can just have different sound and stuff. And usually channel B is controlling pluck, so when I turn this on, pluck is going to run. Of course, that's the wrong beat for pluck to be on, but yeah. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just sat here. I built my sequences on the MPC, using a MIDI keyboard. I just had a MIDI keyboard, and I would just build one composition, and when I was happy with that, I would move on and just try to make it sound different with this same voice setup. Like I said, by using voltage block to kind of tweak the states of all the voices in here, just so I can get it sounding a little different. And yeah, came up with this set, man. So if y'all got any questions, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll try to answer anything. I may have flew through this a little bit because I really want to get this damn thing unpatched and make some new shit. You feel me? But yeah, there we go. That's how I set my live rig up.